Right, today we're going to look at how to move up through the tiers in the most efficient way possible to maximize your win rate and your Noobmeter scores to allow you to show your skills to the best effect. And we'll start doing that by looking at the Tiger P initially. The Tiger P, I've now got a 55% win rate with it, average XP is 758 and a mastery. It's time to think from this point on to move up to the Tiger 2 and being able to then progress up to tier 8. Sorry, my bad. It's the VK 4502A leading up to the 4502B and finally to the mouse. But you can use the same technique to go up through the Tiger 2, E75 and to the E100. So at this stage, we've got the tank up to 55% because you want to be able to have a firm base before you move up. If you're not attaining 55% and preferably closer to 60% in the tank at tier 7, you don't even want to be considering going up to tier 8. I know you may want to move up as quickly as you can, but there's no point in going up there ill-prepared because each person you're going up against has got a fully trained crew that's ready to rock and roll. Your skills are down, they've immediately got an unfair advantage over you, and so you're being detrimental to the win chance of the team that you're going on to, unless your tank, your crew skills and your abilities are ready for that level. So we'll have a look at the Tiger P more closely. Okay, we've actually got 3 skills. The first one I've gone to Brothers in Arms, then I've gone for view range, so the recon, and then the repairs. Similar things on the other crew members. Basic view range 380. We then want mobility, off-road driving, which will be enhanced by the Brothers in Arms, which will then give you a few skills ready to rock and roll. And you can see I've actually got the mastery on it. I've got the first banding to show that it's ready to rock and roll. What you need to be doing is to be at the level to be effective at this tier before you move up, because if you move up too quickly you won't have the skills. And you can see I've got 3 skills on my crew. You'll be going up against other people at tier 8 with 3 skills on their crew, maybe even more, and you will be at a disadvantage because your crew aren't at that level. So they will have a 5 or 10% enhanced chance of winning purely because you're on the opposing team. If you go in with a brand new crew, then you will be putting your team at a disadvantage. No matter how good you are, the rest of your abilities, you're not used to the tank, you're not fully set up, you've probably got a bit of research to do. So what you need to do at this stage before you play it is get the tank with the experience from the tank before, but use free experience to get as much of the equipment as you can before playing it for the first time. And then you'll be ready to actually to do something with the tank. Whereas if you're not fully upgraded at that stage, you will be detrimental to your own team. So now we're ready to look at the Noobmeter and the stats. Right, this is noobmeter.com. So www.noobmeter.com, and then you type in your details in this bar, and then to look up your rating. And this is very, very good to know, which will help you to look at where you're not excelling and to allow you to enhance your skills. Now, I'm not the greatest of players, but at around about 15,000 games, I only had a performance rating of about 1214. Since then, it's now improved to 1345, so it's okay. And according to this, I'm an average player. But the last game I did, I had a performance rating of 4,300. I had WN8 of 9,500 with 4,500 damage. You see the pattern. So, and that's with a tier 8 tank. So you need to be able to use your abilities to deal the damage and to use your tank effectively. So what the performance is really looking at is you want to be able to win. So win-wise is the most important thing. So for the past 21,000 games, I've averaged 53% win rate, but the past 1,000 games I've averaged 55%, and I'm pushing towards 60%. That's where I want to be. So aim for 60% before, or aim for at least 55% before you then think of moving up and enhancing the tank for the next level. So say that moving from tier 7 to tier 8, tier 8 to tier 9, or tier 9 to tier 10. So the important things are to look at the amount of damage that you're doing for the tier, to then move up, do the relative amount of damage you want to do, the amount of experience, and to get the right WN8, which will allow you to get the performance which will show your overall abilities. Yes, there are some people who say, oh, your stat padding, it's not effective, it's not real, it's not true. But actually it is. This percentage shows your effect on the battlefield. Whereas if you have a negative or a 50% win rate, with a negative win rate, you're actually detrimental to your team and their effect and their chance of winning. If you're at 50%, then you're neither here nor there, you're not contributing or detracting. But if you've got a positive win rate, then you're actually bringing a positive effect and positive factor to the game to allow you to enhance the overall win chance in the battle. Some people say it's not true, but it is. It's your skills that skew the balance, and as you learn better how to use the tanks, how to deal the damage, the positioning, the map awareness. So following videos like my own, or Sir Havoc, Jingles, Quickie Baby, follow all the great people, not me, them, and learn the battlefield tactics to allow you to improve your stats, stay at a tier until you're at 55%, which will allow you to get the experience to then, once you've got the 55%, to have the thousands of experience as well as the standard experience to fully equip the tank when you move into it. So as soon as you move into it, fully equip it and move the crew up into the next tank with these skills as you progress into the next level. Unless you're keeping this tank like the Tiger P, which I am keeping, then you'll have to have another crew ready to go into the tier 8, which has got at least this many skills to be able to function effectively at tier 8. So you need to have a 55% win rate minimum to allow you to be effective and to help your team to win. Because as soon as you move up, you will be a noob. You will be hitting the ground running, and that 55% win rate that you had will drop to around about 50% to start, until you start getting used to it and then start affecting the battle. So you need to be at the level of 55% before you jump up a tier. It becomes harder, your opponents become harder, they're more skilled with a better crew and a better tank and better equipment. So you need to be competitive. So in order to be competitive, you need to be better than them going in. So if they're going in, they're at 55%, you need to be at 55% just to match them. And that's the reason for it. Preferably 60%, but 55% as a minimum. So that's what you need to do before you move up. And this is the same for every single tier, from tier 1 right the way through. If you haven't got that 55%, I would say don't go for it. Stick where you are, learn that tank, and get ready to move on when you're ready. Because if you're not ready for the next, if you're not good enough in the tier 7 and you're less than 50% win rate, when you move up to tier 8, you'll be even worse. Unless you're very lucky and it's a very good tank and it suits you. So you could try that, but it's less likely. So stick with the tank that you've got, play it well, it'll enhance your skills, give you a better WN8, and allow you to show what you could do. In the long run, you will be far better for it, you'll earn more credits, more experience, and because of that, you will progress more quickly by not moving up a level, because by moving up early, you're not getting the experience, not getting the credits, and not getting the benefits of being there. You're detracting from your team's win chance, and you're setting yourself back. So take it more slowly, follow the basic rules, don't move until you get at least 50%, and preferably 55 or 60%, and that's it in a nutshell. Don't move up until you're effective, and it'll show in your win rate, your efficiencies, your WN8, and the amount of credits and experience you're earning. I hope this has helped. I'm the Gaming Bear, and see you on the next one.